Well, now let's speak to the editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine, Ingrid Seward, who has also written a wonderful book about King Charles and his relationship with his mother. Ingrid, welcome to the programme. Your reaction to this shocking news?
Well, I'm sure my reaction was like that of everybody else's. I was shocked and full of admiration that the Princess of Wales was brave enough and strong enough to do such a very, public interview, because she wanted to make sure that it was her that did it, her that said it, not through any media, not through her office. She wanted to be there herself. So hopefully it would stop all the rumours and troublesome things that have been going on in the last sort of 10 days or so. I mean, she knew that she had to be out there herself, and very, very brave, and awful to have to talk about one's own illness and in such a public way. So I think the world that cares anyway, is full of admiration.
How are the press going to handle interest in her health going forward, Ingrid? Because obviously a respectable silence is what would be appropriate, but people will want to know more about how she's doing. So how do the press square that circle?
Well, I think that the press are actually, in cases like this, they're very honourable. And obviously they're going to talk about it. We're all talking about it now. And people want to know a great deal, and they want to know more, but there is a limit to how much they can know because we don't know. But I do think that the British media are very respectful on the whole of the royal family, because they are the sort of social meter of this country, and we love them, and the media love them. They're their bread and butter. So I think the media are going to be very respectful of this. I'm not so sure about the foreign media, because it doesn't mean the same to them. Obviously, it's not their country, it's not their princess. So I don't know, but I mean, obviously the speculation is going to go on, and I think we've got to be grown up and realise that that's what's going to happen, like it or not.
Catherine has talked about healing her mind, body and spirit, Ingrid, demonstrating that this is more than just a physical challenge that she now faces.
Well, I certainly can't imagine what it must have been like for her to go through, her abdominal operation, which it sounds very, very difficult and unpleasant, and then to discover this. So and then have to be able to tell your children and not frighten them, and then be somebody that's so in the public eye. So there's lots and lots of huge mountains that she's had to deal with. And I think she's relied very much on her husband, and she's made that very clear. And also her father-in-law is incredibly supportive, as is the Queen. So, and her own family, as Cameron was talking about earlier, the Middleton family are very, very close-knit. So she's got all that kind of support, but she's still out there. And to do this, I'm very full of admiration, and I think everyone else is too.
Indeed. Ingrid, we were just discussing earlier, hopefully this will bring the family together, perhaps bring William and Harry together. Is this also an opportunity for Meghan and Kate to rebuild their relationship? You would think that there will be some very supportive words coming from California this evening.
Personally, I think that would be a great aggravation. I should think the last people that William and Kate want to hear from are Harry and Meghan. But that's my personal view. I actually don't know. But I would think, because they've been so estranged, and because of the deeply hurtful things that they have said about the Princess of Wales, I would think the last people they ever wanted to take a phone call from would be those two. But that is my personal opinion. I have no insider knowledge on that.
And can you give me a sense of what King Charles is going through right now? Of course, battling cancer himself. He'll be devastated by this news. How do you think he's coping, Ingrid?
Well, Prince Charles, sorry, I beg your pardon. The King has a big heart. He's used to troubles and traumas within his own family, within his own life, and he will be doing everything he can to support Catherine. And as we've seen in the past, he's openly talked about how incredibly fond he is of his daughter-in-law. And he will be there, physically, mentally, and spiritually. He will be encouraging her.
Well, Ingrid, you are the author of My Mother and I, a wonderful book about King Charles and his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Thank you for your time, Ingrid. We'll catch up soon.